Blackberry, once a premium brand for business people, turned into an old-fashioned company which did not keep up with the trends, became uncool and died a slow and painful death. Their market share even reached 0% back in 2017, but with the new Blackberry Key series, they now want to come back to life. I've tested the Blackberry Key2 for 30 days and today I want to bring you guys my full review. The Key2 is made by TCL under the Blackberry brand and it's powered by the latest version of Google's Android. Prior to using the Key2, I never had a Blackberry. In my thoughts, Blackberry users were enterprise focused, using it because of its superior security and other boring crap. Now, I've had keyboard smartphones in the past for sure, like the Nokia Communicator and some other cool phones, but no real smartphone like the Key2. The phone feels really premium with an aluminum body with a leather-like soft touch grip on the back. The phone comes also with a headphone jack and USB Type-C. The buttons feel great to press and there's also one additional configurable button included. It comes with a 4.5-inch display with a resolution of 1620x1080 pixels, but its body is due to the big keyboard not really smaller than any 5.5-inch smartphone. The screen itself is bright and has good viewing angles and colors, but its small size is weird. Now the form factor makes it really strange for consuming media and watching videos, which only works with black bars around it due to the 3:2 aspect ratio screen. Also, gaming on it is really weird due to the keyboard being in the way. But well, this phone is not meant to be a media or gaming smartphone. Its built-in speaker is solid, just about loud and thick sounding enough, and it's not harsh at maximum volume. Performance-wise, the mid-range Snapdragon 660 CPU and 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage are providing a really good speed. I've used a P20 Pro and S9 Plus as daily drivers and to be honest, even though I'm a pretty heavy user, the phone kept up good to my workflow. Even playing PUBG on the phone was no problem and it performed good with only occasional lags. For sure it's no high-end chipset, but I think for most people the performance would be enough and the battery life is even better. The phone comes with a lot of Blackberry apps pre-installed like BBM and the Hub. Now I looked at them and instantly turned it all off. There is no use for the Blackberry Messenger as I'm the only one in my friend circle who is using a Blackberry, and I also use WhatsApp all the time, even though the privacy is maybe at risk, but I don't care. As for the Hub, it's Blackberry's app that consolidates messages from various services in one place to organize your day. Now for me it's just useless. As I don't use any other Blackberry app, this really makes no sense for me. It's working fine, but I'm a person who uses native Google Android apps and I barely use some third parties. There is also DTAC, which powers Blackberry's security app and constantly monitors what goes in and out of your phone. All you see is a status level which gives you a security rating. You can also easily review permissions of every app to understand the information they can access and keep track of security issues. Anyway, for me it does not make sense since I take care of what I install on my phone and I carefully monitor all my connections and keep security apps installed on my phone. I personally think that feature is more like, let's sell this to people who have no clue what they're doing and so they can think that they are safe. The most funny app was the Privacy Shield, which blacks out your screen and only leaves a little viewing window, so only you can read the text on your phone. Now for me this is more paranoia than safety, and I did bind this to the configurable side key just for fun, but to be honest I wouldn't even use that in the train or anywhere in public. Now the keyboard. The key height is now 20% larger than on the Key 1, taking over the needless bumpy threads between the rows. Even though the keys are bigger, I had huge issues with my big hands to use the keys. I was much slower than on any on-screen keyboard and it felt weird. After some time I got faster, but still, if you used a touchscreen for years, this feels so weird and your brain needs some time to relearn typing. Even though typing is not that cool for me, the 52 programmable shortcuts really made my day. The speed key is the first new key on the Blackberry and it lets you assign and launch any shortcut with a quick press of the speed key plus a letter. There are 26 letters and long and short combinations double that number to 52. For instance, the speed key plus F could open up Facebook, which is really cool, but on my P20 Pro I'm as fast since I have all the apps I use daily on my big home screen. Also, the entire keyboard acts as a trackpad, letting you easily scroll through the menus by slightly patting the keys. Now this is really cool as you don't cover the screen while scrolling, and I kept scrolling through my feed with the keyboard. On the plus side, the Key2 comes with a really good battery life out of its 3500 mAh battery. I'm getting around 5 to 7 hours of screen on time with the display almost at maximum all the time, and with that I would say most people should get 1.5 to 2 days of battery life without a problem. Also, charging is really fast, and in my 30-minute test it charged up to 60%. For sure, there's also a fingerprint scanner included, which is hidden in the space key of the keyboard. That is really cool, and the fingerprint scanner works really fast and reliable. The Blackberry Key2's 12 megapixel camera takes good looking photos in daylight, and its 2x optical zoom is really handy. Now everything is better than on the Key1, and the 8 megapixel front facing camera also improved. The photos have a bit too high saturation and sharpness applied for my taste, but are in general okay. Sometimes it fails on the correct color balance and photos in low light turn out to be grainy. It's definitely under average in this price range, but gets the job done for occasional snapshots. Portrait mode, however, is really messy and mostly applies the blur at the wrong locations. It's horrible. The camera app feels weird and video mode is also a bit messy, but after you find your way around it's okay. It does record 4K video and high frame rate, and here are some video samples. So guys, here's a quick 4K recording test on the Blackberry Key2, and well, just check it out right now. I can barely see anything on the screen, but so far it looks actually pretty smooth, pretty sharp, pretty okay colors, but well, just check it out right now on your screen and listen to the audio quality. If I have a look at the sky, as you can see there, all the clouds, so this is looking pretty good actually, even though we have a little bit tough lighting situations. The green tones looking really cool. Plenty of fishes right over here. Maybe you guys can see them. Oh well, that's the rear camera in 4K 30 FPS on the Blackberry Key2. Now guys, here's a quick 1080p 30 FPS recording test on the Blackberry Key2, and this is with enhanced image stabilization, so this should be a little bit more smooth, but well, as you can see, edges, basically everything looks way smoother than in 4K, so there's a lot of soft edges so far as I can see on the screen, but just check it out right now on the PC. Dynamic range looks still pretty good, lots of dark tones right over here. Still here there's a lot of light, so a lot of clouds, you can see basically everything, so dynamic range is looking actually quite good on the Blackberry Key2. So guys, here's a 1080p front-facing camera test on the Blackberry, and well, you get a message when you switch resolution that stabilization is not supported in 1080p, but well, it is also not supported in any other resolution, so this is really weird. Now this is 1080p. As you can see, well, it struggles a little bit with lighting conditions. Dynamic range is not the best, and in general, front-facing camera on the Key2 is really not the best. But well, that's what you get out of the front-facing camera. 1080p, maximum 30 FPS, and 720p you have 60 FPS. Listen to the microphone quality. Have a look right over there. And well, that's the front-facing camera on the Blackberry. Connectivity was fine, great Wi-Fi signal, great Bluetooth and GPS signal as well. Also when doing calls it sounded clear and loud enough for my taste. So all in all, Blackberry has tried to squeeze every bit of use out of the keyboard, though meaning it can be a control center for the whole phone if you like. But you will definitely need some time to get used to it. For me it's a cool phone, but it's too expensive and I don't need all the Blackberry security features since I know exactly what I do on my Android phone, and I don't need a third-party program telling me to watch out. Also the camera is important to me, so I can't give the Blackberry a go, but I do understand why people like it. So hate it or love it, it's a phone that divides the masses. Now, I really hope that you have liked this video. If you did, please like it, and if you want to see more and support me, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram. As always guys, I'm Steven from Tech Magnet, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a nice day.